Hi guys, so this is Gordon from GDUBTV. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a test. So I'm not going to be talking about anything exciting. I'm really happy, Lo mate, that you're there. You're watching the channel. Well done, mate. This is just a little bit of a trial run of kind of a new thing. We'll see where we go. So if you guys have got any questions, then feel free to post up in the comments underneath, and I'll do my best just to answer any questions. If you want to give me some abuse, go for it. I'm well up for that. Yeah, so here we are. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. I just want to play around with it. So guys, feel free to mock me, jump in. I'm not ready for this. I wasn't planning on going live. So yeah, let's see where we end up. Is that all right? So the audio upgrade, Jason, nice question. Yeah, so I've got some audio bits and pieces that Skipped an Audio kindly sent me, which is super, super great. The plan is I've got to do the wiring. So I'm going to be stripping out. Hang on, guys, this is my son. You're going to be live on YouTube. So do you want to just come and say hello to people? No? No? All right, night, mate. I'll come through later, yeah? Right. So, sorry. Yes, nice towel. Yeah, just up the back. So the speakers are going to be going in when I do the wiring. So you guys may not have seen. I don't know if you're following me on Facebook, but on Facebook I've got like pictures of the build and stuff like that. There goes my son. So I've got pictures of the build. It looks very different than the last video. Last video was the bulkhead retainers being taken out. So where we're up to now, it's got the captain seats in it. It's got Northern Rose camper van conversion units in it. I'll see if I'm able to somehow, I don't know how this all works, if I'm able to stick a image up of it. Let's have a look. What's the final goal then with the van? Full conversion like the T5. Yeah, I'll try and show you the photo. It's not far off. It's not far off already. What flooring am I putting in the T6? So it's already got the flooring in. It's got, you'd have seen hopefully the video on the stand-up plus the STP stuff. It's got I forget what it's called now. It's from Harrison's Trim Supplies up in Leeds, and it's like a wood effect. So it's like an oak wood effect. Van shades were meant to be going in tomorrow. Due to the coronavirus, I'm not able to go up to van shades now because our kids are off school, but my wife's a teacher in the same school, and so I've got to be at home with the kids. Jason, well, go for the CTEC setup, mate, for charging. I've gone for the ABSO, so it's similar to a CTEC, but I've got 4 100-watt solar panels that are going to go on the pop-top roof. And so I've got all of that stuff. Mick at Simply Split Chargers hooked me up with lots and lots of really good electrical bits and pieces that I've got to put in. Sadly, I wanted to do that before I got all the units in and stuff, but they're already in now. I had a week off of work and I had to get some stuff done, so I couldn't put it off. Perry Day is on there. Hello, mate. Perry's Camper. When's the next video? Next video is hopefully coming tomorrow, so I'm going to try and do a bit of. Guys, there's loads of you on here. I did not think this would happen. This is really exciting. So am I missing anything else? Cameron Monk, thanks, mate. I appreciate you watching. Mitchell, I'm doing good, mate. Sam, I'm glad you're loving the towel. So how many miles has a T6 done? It's done 110,000 miles now. It's a high mileage. It's only 3 years old, but it's a lot of miles. CTEC works great with the solar panel as well. Yes, I'm hoping the episode will as well. I've got 400 watts that's got to go through it. So Mick had said that's the best one for me to go for on that. Mank, you can drop off your T5, mate. I'm retiring after the T6. I tell you, I've had enough. I'm tired. Have I done tutorials, vids of the whole build? Pretty much as I can. So yeah, where it's up to now, how am I going to heat the van? So the guys down at, oh, my mind, sorry guys, I'm really drawing a blank. No, not Oztops. So guys, yes, I went really blank then. So the guys at the Dub Hut, they're trying to hook me up with planar, so auto term heaters. So I'm going to get a diesel heater, hopefully fitted by them. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to film them doing an install tutorial down there, and I should be getting that at a great discount. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's the plan. That needs to go in. 'Cause the other day when I went up to Leeds to get my units fitted, it was absolutely freezing. I slept in the van, -2. There's a video coming next week of that. I've got about 6 videos, guys, all lined up that I need to edit. I've got hours and hours and hours of footage, far too much footage. That's why things just aren't coming out too well at the moment. What else we got? Cool videos. I've used some of what you've done in my T4, and I like the feel of the post in the van. Great. Thank you, mate. I'm glad to have been of help. Am I having this one airbrushed? I'm not having this van airbrushed, Mitchell. I'm not. But I'm aiming to go for some graphics. So I saw an amazing Dodge Viper. Check this out. I looked down the mic. Saw a great Dodge Viper straight down the middle of the bonnet, a nice matte black stripe, and then just offset on the driver's side, a nice red stripe. And I thought, whoa, nearly fell off my chair. Whoa, GDUBTV. He goes to hospital, catches coronavirus. It's a good episode, that one. Right, what else we got? 400 watts will be awesome. I'm hoping it will. I want it to be an off-grid camper. That's the plan. Guys, are you enjoying this being a live stream? There's a lot of engagement. I'm just on here literally a mess about. A lot of you guys won't know. I'm actually a church leader, and I'm figuring out how we can stream our Sundays. So I'm just playing around with this. And so the fact that you're on here asking me questions makes me think I could do this more often. I don't know what you think. Let me know. Is that a good idea or not? If it's not, we won't do it. If it is, we'll try and do it. This is great. I'm loving it. This is fun. Engagement. It's brilliant. What we got? Be awesome. What was the van used for? I haven't got a clue what it was used for. It was an ex-fleet vehicle. The place I got it from tends to get a lot of ex-fleet vehicles, and yeah, didn't come with a lot of history. It had a stamped up book, but it's got a few warranty issues. I've not done any videos of that, but to be fair, it's got a couple of warranty issues, but they're all covered by the RAC warranty, which you get with it. It's an old van, so I don't expect it to be brand new. I've not bought a brand new van. Lithium or normal batteries. So the batteries I've got in the van, I've got 2 of them, 110 amp hour. They're AGM, so they're like gel batteries, but they're not. They've not got fluid in, so they're sealed batteries. We've got 2 of those, just cheapies off of eBay, but they come with a few-year guarantee. I'll do a video on that as well. God loves a trier. He does indeed, mate. Will you be keeping the T6 or selling it on? Guys, you are in for the inside track, yeah? So everyone that watches the channel, you'll be starting to get a sense of this. So let me be really honest with you, right? I want to be hand on heart, guys. This is the real deal. So the T5 project, the way it all started, I've had a few vans. I've had a T4, I've had a T25, I've had a T2, and most of those I've had to do work on. And so over the time of having 3 vans before the T5 project, I basically replaced and fixed most things and said to my wife, look, let's get a T5 and let's just convert it from scratch. So I got a panel van, did it from scratch, and started doing these videos like 4 years ago. No followers, now nearly 10,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Thank you so much, guys, because what you guys have enabled me to do, and kind of my hard work as well on the camera and stuff, effectively, most of the companies I work with give me really good discounts, trade rate. Some people have even given me freebies. And so it effectively means that this van that I've got, all I've done is really bought for the van. Most of the stuff I'm getting is basically for doing promotions on the channel. Now, when I say that, I know there are some people that say, mate, are you just doing these, like showing these companies because you're getting freebies? Like, genuinely, I wouldn't be putting stuff on my van that I don't like or that I think I'm going to have problems with. The van was really expensive. It was like £16,000. Now, I know like some of it I'm doing myself. So like, I'm still getting an angle grinder and like making big holes in the van. I should have paid someone who had done that because it's a nice, fairly nice new van, 3 years old, high mileage, but fairly new. And so that's kind of how the channel works. So the aim is to get this van finished. I want to get it looking the best I can. And then really I want to keep it at least for a year. And then potentially I might cash out on it. And then who knows from there. I quite like the idea of just getting an old like T25 again. And then having a lot of sort of cash in my pocket, really. Because I've got a family, you know, like married man, got 3 kids. It's, you know, we've got a lot of money tied up in the van. But I love having it. It's great. Anyway, next question. Do you know the inside track? That's how GDUBTV is working at the moment. And so although I'm doing a lot of work with companies, I'm only doing it because genuinely I think they're people that I can recommend to you, hand on heart. They're great people. So I hope that's clear enough anyway. So loving the videos, please keep them coming. I'll try, mate. I'll try. It's hard work, but I'll try. Great YouTube videos, very helpful. Thanks for replying when I sent a message. Yeah, guys, feel free. You can email me. In most of the videos now, there's my email address. You can follow me on, I've got a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, GDUBTV on all of those. I've even got an Xbox account, GDUBTV1. So if you want to play me at FIFA, GDUBTV on the Xbox, there you go. I'm not very good though. I get smashed all the time. My boy beat me 3-0 the other day. I was gutted. Redid my headliner the other day after watching your vid. That is amazing. Well done. I've inspired you. Thank you, mate. 39 views. Fair play. Yeah, we've got 39 people watching me just waffle on in my kitchen with a dirty towel in the background. Where is it? Up there. That's great. It's not dirty. My wife just screamed, it's not dirty. Guys, I could do some product reviews, couldn't I? So the other day, STP, they sent me a load of bits and bobs through Heritage Parts Centre. I've loved working with Heritage Parts Centre. They're a great company. They're down in Brighton. When I used to have like VW Golfs and stuff like that in my 20s, I used to it used to be VW Heritage, I think. I used to buy loads of bits from them. So when they actually contacted me and said, would you like to work with us? I was so buoyed up because I used to have their magazines, their calendars, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, they sent me this stuff, which I think you can see. And this is like a little foam. It's a bit like insulation, but it's a lot more squidgy. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite squidgy. I'm sorry, this is my webcam, so it's not a very high def. But it's got a peely back on it. And you basically stick this behind the speakers, and this is like resonant. I better not take too much of it off, it won't stick back on. But that goes behind the speakers. So when I do the install of the speakers from Skipton Car Audio, these will be going as well. So it's going to be like a Skipton/STP video. That'll be happening. But the gear that I've got from STP, seriously, is really, really good. I didn't say that just because they sent it to me for free, which they did, which was super generous. But it is really good gear. Right. When's the first trip Surfers Up? We got, yeah, little like alien surfers thing going with Perry's Camper. So some of you won't know. There's a guy, I don't think I did a video of it. I've got a little video. I might even be able to play it now. This would be really cool if I can. It's on my desktop. Guys, indulge me for a second. This is the first time I've ever done this. I want to see if I can queue up a video and play it to you while I'm live streaming. So those of you who've got half your evenings free, go for it. You can stay in it, and if you need to go, guys, thank you so much for being involved in this. Like, really, really excited that we got like 40 people watching me live on YouTube in my kitchen. Nuts. Right, let's do it. So just bear with me. I'm going to just try and get this up on here. Sorry, guys, I don't really know what I'm doing. This is the first time I've ever used this. It's all a bit technical for me, you know. I like to think I'm quite tech savvy, but right, hang on. Right, guys, just bear with me. Like, I'll try and answer some more questions in a minute. Is that all right? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Comments. Yo, so here we are in the sea. Whoa! Catching some waves without intending to. Yeah, so this is Perry. He's got a nice little board. We're going to try and catch him, getting a few waves and things, so we'll see what we can get a bit of footage. Should be a laugh. Right. Right, guys, we're back on. Okay, so bear with me. I'll try and sort all this out. There we go. Right, okay, back to the questions. Was that all right? Was that fun? Like, we could maybe do like little sneak peeks with this. I quite like how it works. Well done for going up to captain seats. They're genuinely really, really great guys. I love the team there. They've been so good to me over the years. They're great guys. Got a lot of love for them. Really, really good team up there. Spider Lee. Now, Spider Lee's a good mate of mine. He's got a channel that blew up. He did a video on the conversion of his van, just kind of a bit of a, like, I don't know, like a showcase of it. And it's got well over 500,000 views now. He lives just up the road from me. He's a really, really good guy. But he converted it all completely himself. He's got a mad MR2 that he's buoyed up. Got a lot of love for him, a lot of time for him. I actually bought his old drone off of him. We try and meet up every now and then. He's working with Heritage Park Centre as well. So sometimes when we get connections to companies that are up for kind of doing this kind of YouTube promotion stuff, we do a little bit of sort of connection and try and link one another up. Am I going to be doing some more DIY vids? Of course I am, yeah. So the big challenge, where I've sort of told you all about the fact that I'm working with companies, is I'm obviously doing some footage of them kind of doing their own stuff. Louis, not at the moment, mate, yeah? There we go. That was my son. Just telling him now is not a good time to be opening the bin next to me. I love my boy. He's good. Yeah, so yeah, we try and work together, but obviously I'm doing recording of other companies and stuff. I'm trying to do some of me on the tools, but a lot of it really is on this one. I want to show how the pros are doing it. I've actually got in touch with Coombe Valley Campers. He's got a great YouTube channel. If you're into, he's a professional. He's got his own workshop. He's another guy that I'm going to be looking to try and see if I can do some sneak peek stuffs with him. I was meant to be going to a heritage meetup thing down in Brighton. That's been cancelled because of coronavirus, which is a bit of a drain, isn't it, guys? Being stuck indoors. All right, what else we got? So I'm going to do a video on the electrics. Drive away awnings, not something I really know a lot about. I've not done anything on that. Two good channels, Rocker Man and Van Life TV. Rick Van Man. I used to see Rick Van Man. That guy he's a legend. Everyone is going down the crafter route. They are. I did think about a crafter. It's just I need ours to be like a daily driver as well. And a crafter's just a bit too big. We've got a lease vehicle that goes back next April, and it might be that the van then becomes our main vehicle. And I'm not sure any of us, my wife or I, would be wanting to drive a crafter as a daily. Am I going to do a video on fitting DRLs? Right, so I can't at the moment really let you know the name of the company, but there is a very well-known parts company that I've been having a lot of conversations with, and I'm really excited that I'm going to be doing, hopefully, as long as the kind of arrangement hasn't changed. It's been a few months. Going to be doing a lot of install videos of products that they sell. I'm going to be doing it on their premises. That's going to be starting quite soon. It was going to be in April. That might have to change now again because of the coronavirus. I've just got to be a little bit sensible about how we're going to do that. But I'm effectively going to be fitting stuff on the van outside in their yard. So that might work. But guys, that is going to be great because I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff on the van, DRLs being one of it, upgraded headlights being one of it, some other bits and bobs, side repeaters, all sorts of it, a bit more styling, that sort of stuff. So we'll be doing a lot of that. Right, what else we got? Man, there's so many questions in here and stuff, guys. Well done. I'm not sure I can keep up. I'm gonna have to log out at some point. I've just bought a T5 to do the same. Great. It's playing. Cookie Monster, same here, mate. Can't hear what you're saying though, bro. Need to mute the soundtrack. Okay. Mute the video so you can answer while we watch this. How do you find the T6 against the T5? To be honest, they're the same van. T6, T5. T6 is a bit newer, but it's exactly the same van. They've been the same for about 13, 15 years now. So, yeah, pretty much the same. There are some things like, I don't know a lot about it. I'm not very good with the electrics, but the whole canvas thing. So in the older T5s, I think up to about 2005, you used to be able to hook into the electrics. You wouldn't have any problems. Since 2005, I think it is onwards, if you start splicing into the electrics to pull off a live feed or even put in a reverse camera, stuff like that, you can basically kick on an engine management light And then if you haven't got something like, I can't really think of the name of it, but there's this thing that you can get that you plug in to the, your OBD, onboard diagnostics. It's called something like Corilla or something like that. If you know the name of it, put it in the description. But yeah, you need something like that then to clear the code. Carista, well done. Cheers, Tim. That's great. What else we got? Fancy a Kent meetup? Yes, I'll happily meet up with people. I did think about doing it, but guys, like being really honest, like sometimes you think you don't want to assume that just because you're doing a bit of a shout out, will people be up for it? I'd be well up for it. There is actually on Facebook, there is a Kent T5, T6 group. There's a guy called Bradley Bug, I think. He's the admin for it. We've had a few little conversations. They meet up in places like Bluewater and Ashford every month. I think it's I'd need to go on the group to check it. But if you're in Kent, we're worth joining that. I've not been to one yet, but I'd love to. This captain seat, do they fit the seat in with the price? They used to. I think they've actually added installation in on top, which, to be honest, I think I get why they've done that, because they have a lot of installers who buy their seats, take them back, and they'll fit them themselves. I think they charge like another 30 quid for fitting them, something like that. But you'd need to ring captain seat. They used to do them for free. Transporter HQ, are you fishing for me to tell you who I'm going to be working with? I can't say yes or no. I can't say yes or no. Brilliant. How much did I sell my old van for? So I sold my old van to a mate for 14,000. It was worth more than that. It probably still is, but I wanted to get rid of it quick. He was well up for buying it. I'd put it on Facebook and I'd had a little bit of interest, but it was so specific, like it was painted all airy and stuff like that. I didn't really want to have it for ages and have loads of people coming around, chances, having a look at it, kicking the tyres, wanting to play about with it, but not with any intent of buying it. So when my mate offered to buy it, it was going to be 15,000. I said, look, you can just have it, quick sale, 14 grand. And so it went, and I still have it back sometimes. I had it back last April. It came back to me and I did a little bit of work on it. And so, yeah, he's still got it. And I'm looking forward to meeting up with him actually, but that'd be good. After spending all that money, was I in profit? Not on the last one. No. So the last van I bought, I probably spent about 15, 16 on it. And so I didn't break even. Everything I was buying at the time, I was paying full price. So I was contacting companies. Like when I contacted Northern Rose on the first lot, I just said, look, could you fit the units for me? And they just gave me free fitting, captain seats. I think knocked 100 quid off or something like that. Now, the arrangements I've got with companies now are a little bit better, because obviously when I'm doing a video, potentially 10,000 subscribers are watching that video. And everyone that's watching my channel are pretty much UK male within the age of about 30 to 50. So that's really good marketing for some of these companies. So I'm not trying to blow sunshine, about all the companies and say, oh, they're amazing, they're the best in the world, you've got to go here. We're all adults and we know how to look online and see what's what. And so I do a lot of investigation when I'm working with companies. And actually, most of the companies I'm featuring on the T6 are the same ones I worked with on the last one, because they did such a good job. So like Miles Top's roof, I know there's other roofs, and I know some are not better, but they're more expensive and maybe a bit more refined. But actually, for the money, like if you're getting let's talk about roofs for a minute. So if you're going to spend 6 grand, say, on a Remo or an SCA roof, maybe even more than that, you've got to figure out how many times you're actually going to go away in that van, maybe for 3 or 4 years. If you're going away 4 or 5 times a year, so that's 20 times. You think, man, you're paying about 350, 400 quid per time just to have that roof on there. So for me, the Oztops one was like the balance of affordability and quality. And they're a great company. I've really got a lot of love for them. And again, because they've got local fitter, the Dub Hut down in Ashford, they've been brilliant. I've really loved getting to know them. They've been really helpful. They've actually offered me a bit of space in their workshop if I want to go and work down there, which is just really generous of them. They didn't need to do that. And they're a lovely family-run business. Got a lot of time from, got to know them over the last couple of times I've been there. I came up here to see the inside of your new van. Same like Mel does, not your garden shed office. What's that? I came here to see the inside of your new van. Oh, it's Paul. Ha! Paul, I remember your comments on the channel before, man. Yeah, I'll try and get a picture. Wait, I'll get some pictures of the van. Sneak peek. But you've still got to watch the videos when I put them up, yeah? If I put some videos up. Guys, this is like great that you're on it, but it's a lot of talking. It's a bit strange that I can't hear voices. but it's good. I'm loving it. Thank you so much. Giving up some of your evening to hear me waffle on about different bits and bobs. So what do you want to see first, guys? I've got the pictures here and I'm going to download them. What do you want to see first? So first person to comment up what they want to see is what we see on the van. Nothing rude. Don't put anything rude. I'm not getting my clothes off, right? You're not going to see that. Captain Seat. Captain Seat's in the house. Brilliant. Is that George? George from Captain Seat. So you want to see the bed. All right. So bed. Someone said bed. I think I've got a picture of the... Right. How are we going to do this? Sorry, guys. I should have had all this geared up beforehand. This is just an experiment. Right. I'll tell you what. I'll show you a picture of the back of the van with the seats in the upright position. Right, here it comes. Are you ready? Dum, dum, dum. Oh, hang on. That's no good, is it? Oh, guys, hang on. I'm really sorry. I'm not very good at this, am I? Right, there we go. There we go. Can you see that? Right. So, guys, there are the seats. So, the dimensions have gone a little bit wonky, I think. But yeah, so these are the seats that Captain Seats have done. Now, you can't see the quality as good close up, but the middle of the seats, see these ribbed bits on the seats, they are perforated leather. And then on the side bolsters, it's black Alcantara, which is a bit like a suede material, but really, really lovely, high quality. And then the rest of it is black Napa leather. And then the bed, you might notice at the front of the bed, it hasn't got the wheels on it. So it's a load rated bed. It actually comes out and it means you can have stuff down by the bed frame without the wheels having to come out and sort of get in the way of it. Now you can see it's lovely. I'll try and get some other pictures. Let's get rid of that one, shall we? Boom, it's gone. Right, we're just practicing, guys. So if it's clunky and all that, please forgive me. There are still 26 people in here. Guys, if it weren't for the coronavirus, I'd probably have one. So the fact the pubs are closed, that's good. Right. What else have we got? Is the T5 still going strong? It is. Yeah, the T5 is still going strong. My mate's got it in Gillingham over that way. Would you recommend buying a T4 or a T5? You know what? I think it's personal preference. T4, I do love a good T4, but the old T4s like that, they're not very refined. They are proper builders vans, you know what I mean? Whereas a T5 is a bit more like a car, and a T6 I'd say even more so. And so they feel a little bit tighter. Whereas the diesel engines on T4s, they're a bit, you know you're driving a diesel, and there's, you know, unless you're getting a 2.5 turbo diesel, they're a bit slow, a bit clunky. I'm sure there'll be others on here that would say different, but I do love a good T4. And then when I've sold this one in the future, I might revert to like an old school, get a nice lowered, slammed T4. I'd love to. I really want to meet low down transporters. Like if anyone from here is watching from low down transporters, like there's a tribal thing going on in like the T5, T6 world, like with campers and all that. And there's lots of different tribes, and I really want to get to know the guys at Low Down Transports, Transport HQ. I love what they're about. I follow them on Instagram, but I just don't know anyone there. I've not met them yet. I've not contacted them yet. So if anyone can hook me up, go for it. That'd be great. Is my T6 is a short wheelbase, Neil. The T5 was a long wheelbase. I just thought I'd go for a short wheelbase for a bit of a change. Slightly easier parking, not a lot, but the long wheelbase, sometimes when you're going around tight bits and bobs, I did clip the side of it once and scratch someone's motor. That weren't great in the T5. So I just thought I'd get a short wheelbase on this one. It's only about that much difference. So, but you do notice it when you're inside, actually. In the units, you've got obviously that much less space. Yeah, guys, well done. George, it's great to see you in here, mate. George from Captain Seats. He's one of my mates. He's a good guy. I do hear voices, Paul, all the time. I talk to myself and I talk to people that aren't even in the room. So you've seen the bed, right? This is gold. Cheers, guys. So yeah, project life. The changing of the logbook from T6 to a motorhome. Now, obviously, most of you, I wanted to do a video on this, and there's some excellent videos. Like Coombe Valley Campers have done a video on this, and I'd say that's probably the most excellent video I've seen, and so I didn't feel I needed to repeat it. So check Coombe Valley, COMBE Valley Campers. They've got a thing, Coombe Valley DVLA, and then it'll come up on YouTube. Effectively, like the DVLA have completely moved the goalposts. I was really lucky to be able to get the T5 re-registered. They've made it very, very stringent now. I was chatting to someone when I was up at George's place getting the seats fitted, a captain seat, just a couple of weeks ago. And he was showing me these pictures of an amazing T6 conversion that he'd done, which from the outside, it had like electric hooking points and all sorts of stuff. And the DVLA even refused that one. So they're basically saying it has to have a high top. Without a high top, they're not entertaining it, and it's got to have graphics down the side. Like I was thinking, I'll just get mine done with its pop top roof and just put graphics on the side that say I am a camper van, because they're saying they need something on the outside to identify it. I thought that would be a great video, but I don't think I'll get through with that. So I'm not bothered. I'm insured with Brent Acre. There's lots of different insurance companies, but Brent Acre. I rang about 4 or 5. Bear in mind this was last year, or about 6 7 months ago. And they've just said, look, we'll insure you regardless, wherever your project is up to, and we'll still pay you out. So the only difference on the logbook, really, in effect, because it doesn't affect me for insurance, is being able to do 70 mile an hour rather than 60. But now that I've got the seats in the back that George has kindly fitted for me, I can actually change it to a multi-purpose vehicle. I believe there's other people that have done that, so I can change it to a van with windows / multi-purpose vehicle. I don't know what the exact definition is. I'd need to look it up, but that then enables me to be able to do 70 on the motorway rather than 60. Insurance isn't an issue anyway, as long as everything's declared. Hope that answers that question, and it also saves me doing the video. Real mahogany floor. No real mahogany floor. Did I remove the skirt around the bottom of the bed? Fitting boards. I've got, yeah, sorry, took me a little while to figure it out. I've got fitting boards. Can't see your noodle. Move to the side. Am I not in the screen here, Mr. Perry? Can you see me all right, guys? I'm trying to figure this all out. What I'll do, I'll get rid of this. I don't need to be seeing my own head. Right. Okay. So yeah, I've got fitting boards. So the guys at Northern Rose Camper Van Conversions, you've seen the units that I've had fitted. They made some fitting boards for me, but they're based on George's old bed design, not the new one I've got. So when I go up to visit the guys at Van Shades, I'm going to be up near them. Kind of, they're up in sort of Selby. Van Shades are in Barnsley, so I'm going to swing by, and I think they're going to recut me some new boards that we can use. I think that's the plan. The above kitchen units, can you get them separate? Yes, you can. Contact Kevin at Northern Rose Camper Van Conversions. They'll be happy to talk to you about it. They make their own furniture board. They can do whatever you want. I can't afford to go out after converting my T5 Caravelle. I know your pain, Paul. It's like that, mate. They're money pits. Prance Project. Check my channel for T4 content. There you go, guys. Check out Prance Project. Send him some love. You got all our alloys on that new van. So yeah, I bought my van from Unique Transporters. They're in Aldershot, kind of near Guildford, around by the M25, just sort of in between Gatwick and Heathrow. And a lot of what they do, they get vans, I think, from all sorts of sources, but I think they get ex-fleet vehicles as well. And so what they tend to do is put coilovers on them, which slams them, and then they put brand new alloy wheels on them. So the alloys that I got, I didn't get them. They were already on there. I quite like them. It did have a blue stripe down the side. I've since removed that. A couple of other bits and pieces as well. Scarface Lowriders, a wiki group. I will make a note of that, and I will check them out. Cheers, mate. 2.5 turbo diesel T5 Auto is my personal favourite. Sounds mean, mate. I always wanted to get an auto. I've just not done it yet. What's my discount code for captain seats? There isn't a discount code for captain seats, but if you ring up George and you tell him that you're a friend of mine, then I'm sure he will look after you. He said to me, don't go telling people I'm going to give out discounts. So, guys, there's 37 of you in here. Maybe the first 3 that ring George might get a $5 off. I don't know. But George is great. If you go and see George, send him some love. Let him know that I've sent you. Literally, when I was up there last time, there was a guy there called Darren, now friends on Facebook. A really, really nice guy. And so everywhere I go, like people say, oh, yeah, I've just been to captain seats. So well done, guys. I genuinely think captain seats are the best at what they do. I know there's lots of companies that do retrimming and things like that, but the quality of the finish is genuinely second to none. Like I've seen lots of different conversions and stuff like that. You know, you might be able to find someone somewhere else that's doing stuff, but the amount of love and attention and like just the family vibe that you get when you're up there. Like George is a great guy. It's a family run business. He and his wife run it. And it's great. I love them. I love going up there. They always look after me. They're good. What else we got? We're running out of comments, guys. I've nearly answered them all. We're going to have to finish, I think. That was when the photo was on. Okay, about boards and stuff. Good evening, Luke's Van Life. Good evening. Oi, oi, Gordon. Oi, oi, midlife camper. You're in Spain at the moment, Paul, on full lockdown. So you're one level above having to watch Coronation Street catch up. I got mine from George and no complaints. They're perfect. Keep up the good work. Did you get one of the leather jackets from George? I didn't. I reckon if I'd have asked him, he might have given me one. But I'm not really a leather jacket kind of guy. You know that. And so, Tim, there will be more content soon. Guys, like, we've answered all the questions. I'm not too sure what we're going to do. Yeah, Jason, that is great. So my wife and I have been joking about the T6, and now as soon as I get ill, that is going to be my isolation chamber. I'm going to be in there. Hopefully, I won't get ill. I'm hoping for that. And guys, genuinely, like I know some of you are going to find this a bit weird. I don't do this in the videos, but I'm a church leader. I said that earlier in the video. Actually, the reason we moved house a little while back was to move our family to start a new church. And so I'm a born again Christian. I still love bands, but I'm a born again Christian. I know that won't be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm praying for you guys. I pray for people that are watching the channel. I'm praying for my neighbours. We're living in strange days, and you know, like I believe in higher authority, higher powers. I believe in healing, and so guys, like I really, genuinely, hand on heart, I hope you'll come through all right. I hope all your families do as well. Serious business, you know, it can be a bit scary, a bit frightening. I know we're all just cracking on like it's normal stuff, but there we go. There we go. I'm hoping you'll still follow me on the channel, but yeah, it's serious days, guys, and I know we've got lots of different stuff going on, but I think this is really important. Do you know what I mean? Like life is important, and I'm going to start preaching, so I better stop. Who we got? Kevin does a great job. He does. Kevin does a great job. They're great guys. Like they're a little like this is a little sob story. You're going to love this. So the guys at Northern Rose camper van conversions. When I first went there, they were two brothers. Well, they still are two brothers, but they were kind of making their own units. Oh, hang on. Do you want me to finish? Okay, so I thought my wife was calling me into the front room to finish. Guys, I've been on like, do you want to meet my wife? Here's my wife. She's not very happy that I'm on Facebook, on YouTube. So that's my wife, Natalie. She's lovely. I try and keep her out the videos, just because I try and keep most. I try and keep most of my family out of the videos, to be fair. But yeah, Kevin and his brother up at Northern Rose, they were basically making their own units out of a shed, and they were cutting them using these templates there, and they were literally using a hand router and stuff like that. And then we did the video when I went up there, and they just found they got a lot of business, and it was you guys all going there getting your units done. And then so they made the jump to a bigger, like an industrial unit, and they bought all like CNC cutting machines, stuff like that. And when I last went there, and the videos on the channel, you'll be able to see it, they were just about to move, and they had these two big CNC cutting machines and doing lots of bits. And they were like, Gordon, like our company's grown because of the videos you've been doing. And like, they were really genuine. I actually started welling up, getting a bit like, oh, mate, it was like really, really touching. And they've now moved again into a huge unit, massive, massive, massive unit. I actually slept up there the other day in -2. I was freezing. I woke up at 4:30, like shivering away. And so, yeah, the whole, like, those guys are just amazing. I've got a lot of love for them, and they've been really, really wise in a lot of decisions they've made about leveling up their business and stuff like that. And so, I love Northern Rose. They're great. So Archie, Northern Rose are amazing. Ring him up and tell him. Neil, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Prance Project, God bless you, buddy. Get the beers out. Yeah, I might actually go and grab a glass of water. Keep making the vids, mate. It's what started me off with my conversion. Guys, I've been so encouraged. Like over the years, I get a lot of emails, get a lot of Facebook messages, people sending me pictures of their vans they converted, and they've like, you've helped me do that. Like, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I get a little bit wound up sometimes. You might have noticed in a couple of videos. Like when you're converting a van, and particularly if you ain't got a clue what you're doing, you put your hands at a lot of different things, bit of wiring, bit of body work, trying to cut through the van with an angle grinder, and you haven't got the tools and you haven't got the space, you haven't got the workshop, and after time you haven't got a clue what you're doing. You're just having a scratch about and you're seeing what you're going to come out of at the end of it. And the challenge is sometimes there are some people who are professionals in their field. I've had it with people who are professional, I don't know, like upholsterers and stuff like that. And then they see some of the stuff you do and you get a lot of criticism. And some people, when they do it, they forget that there's a real human being at the end of the email they're sending. And I've had a couple of people that have been proper snarky, and it just upsets me. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm doing it, I'm not really earning any money out of it. I know I'm getting some freebies and stuff like that, but it's just that kind of, do you know what I mean? So be kind, people. Be kind. When you're on the internet, be kind. It's a good thing. Don't upset people unless they're being really, really nasty, and then you can tell them to shut up, go away. But be kind. There we go. Bit of love. Thanks for the videos, man. You've been my inspiration for most of my conversions. Cheers, Chris. I appreciate that. Sorry for all the background noise. My wife is making a cup of tea, and if I'm lucky, she's going to fill up my glass with water for me. Thanks, love. That's great. Guys, if you've got any other questions, post them up. I'm going to go through till 10:05. So that's 8 minutes. Is that all right? So there's 29 people left on here. This is amazing. I've been going for like 42 minutes. Guys, thank you so much for clocking in. This is brilliant. I don't know whether I'm going to post it up on the channel, but right, Prance Project. It's scary doing things to your van and does get a little overwhelming and stressful. And I bet, like me, always takes ages longer than you expected. Thanks, love. Yeah, it is actually a bit like I'm used now to getting the angle grinder out and knowing that I'm going to cause a bit of carnage. And most things, to be fair, most things get hidden after you've done it. So you're putting carpet over stuff, you're putting rust-proof stuff. So most of it you're not going to see. Obviously, you've got to make sure you measure twice, cut once. I've done a lot of measure once, cut twice, and made some big mistakes that people have bailed me out of, to be fair. But yeah, it is scary, and I would encourage you, if you don't know how to use some tools, don't do it. Like I've had like some pretty scary moments where I've thought I was going to lose a finger. Or worse, you know, and I've had a lot of cuts and grazes where I've just been a bit, and then when you've got all the camera gear and you're trying to video it, I do a lot of it, to be honest, now with my phone. I've spent a lot of money. I'll show you my camera. I've just got it here because I've been playing around. So I've got this great Sony A7 III DSLR with a kit lens, and I've invested in the gear as we've gone over the years, but I find this so clunky to do. The image this kicks out is beautiful, but actually just my phone, like I've got a fairly decent iPhone, but the quality that kicks out, actually just doing this is a lot easier than trying to wield this thing around on a tripod, wherever that is. So yeah, it does take a lot longer. If I wasn't doing the videos, I could probably have the van done by now. There are some oddballs about who make comments, but when you go back, look at the profile, see what they've done, it just makes me laugh. Yeah, I'm like that. To be honest, when I get really nasty comments, I just block the people from the channel. I didn't know I could do that till a little while ago. So that's just what I do. It's kind of how it works. So yeah, they will forever miss out. They can have a refund. They ain't paid nothing to watch it, have they? So when's the next video and live chat? Guys, if this is helpful, I'll try and do this a little bit more often. I don't know when I'd do it, but I could do it every now and then for an hour. Who knows? I don't really want to just sit here and in a chat room talking to myself, but if you guys would find it entertaining, then feel free to jump in. I'm just playing with this, like I said, to try and figure out how we're going to do, like the coronavirus, as our church going to meet on Sundays. And so I thought I'd do a little test on this, and lo and behold, you lot plugged in. Well done. It's good. Still got the same accessories as before. I haven't. I got rid of them, so they all went with the van before. So some stuff I'm actually tapping up a few companies. I've got someone that contacted me about doing a test on something called a Ridge Monkey. It's kind of like a sandwich toaster, like a griddle that you use on the cooker. And I've got a few companies actually that I think would just give me a couple of freebies. Might get a spork, free spork, just to promote what they're doing, like get some thermos flasks, some other bits and pieces. What does the missus say when you tell her you've made a bit of a mistake? You know what, love, what do you say when I say I've made a mistake? What do you say? What do you say, really? Yeah, to be honest, like the van's my, like, it's kind of my thing. It's obviously our money, but it's kind of our thing. And if I can't fix it, someone else will. And there's a little saying I like: the man that never made a mistake never made anything. And so you just got to have a go, haven't you? And you learn along the way. And I've learned far more from my mistakes than I from the things where I didn't make a mistake. When you make a mistake, the lesson is only make it once. So there you go. That's a bit of wisdom for you. Right, you should be proud of where you got to. Makes all that hard work worth it. Genuinely, guys, I really am. Like, I'm 41 next month. As long as the coronavirus don't take me out, I'm 41, and I'll be around about 10,000 subscribers in a couple of months. And so I'm really looking forward to hopefully going up to the YouTube offices in London. It's only an hour on the train. Once you've got 10,000 subscribers, you can go and use all like their like studios and stuff for recording and bits and bobs like that. I'm really looking forward to that. That'll just be a bit of a laugh. I feel like I've climbed Everest when I've done that, because when I started, and you know, you're waiting for your first subscriber, the fact there's 10,000, like, please don't leave this chat room and unsubscribe. That'd be really bad. Actually, get all your mates to subscribe. That'd be really good. It would be cool to have a live walk around with the van with questions once you've loaded all the vids. Yeah, so I did that on the last one. I didn't do it live. I'm not sure quite how that would work. I think I can probably do it. I just need to look. I'm literally figuring all this out. Live streaming, first time I've ever done it. But it's a great idea, mate. Really, really good idea. Help me think out the first build. Close to being great. To more advice for you. Minster on Sea. That's only up the road from me, mate. That's not far at all. George will remember my left-hand drive caravan with aircon. What a nightmare that was, getting the bed to fit. Rude words. Of course he remembers it. Learned a lot. Inspired me to go and do mine. Thanks for that. Cheers, Paul. Thanks for that. It's much easier to have a supporting wife. Mine is the same. She just rolls her eyes and usually says it will be fine. As you say, most things can be fixed. Yes, most things can be fixed. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you're looking after yourself, that's the main thing. Right. So, guys, love you lots. It's 2 minutes past 10. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this has been helpful. If it hasn't, just don't tune in again. Next time, I'm hoping I'll actually be able to use this for doing it. So the quality of the image would be a lot, you can't really see it. Quality of the image should be a lot better. I've just had to order something online, like a little video capture card, to be able to do it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Any questions, feel free to send me an email. Have a really, really good evening. Yeah, let's not drag it out any longer. Peace out. See you soon.